is so complex. The drama is so complex. Okay? So, first things first, the drama is so complex. I don't really watch Braxophone, but I think I know him. I think he makes some Honkai Star Rail video. As for the other guy is Atsu, right? Atsu is this other content creator. There's another content creator right here. So I saw him making an essay. Alright, these are pretty big content creator, you can see. Braxophone is also quite big, right? They have about... Oh, Braxophone has 20k followers, okay. Atsu has 270k followers. I saw him 9 hours ago, right? You can see. He wrote this essay. He wrote this huge... Tell me this is not the biggest essay you've ever seen on Twitter. I didn't know how you can write this much of an essay on Twitter. How do you write this much essay on Twitter? How is this possible? Because every time I try to write essay, they say no, you have a word limit. So how he do it? Is he a hacker or something? It's still going. It's still going. Yes, it's actually still going, okay? It's actually still going. There's screenshots, there's like a proof. Okay, this is actually huge essay. 2 million views. He did it on X, not Twitter. Okay, but first we need to read Braxophone's one first, because this is a response to Braxophone's one. Too much text? I know. How long did he took to type this essay? Guys, I want you guys to guess. How long did he take to type all of this essay? I have no idea, but that's a lot of drama for... That's a bit too much, alright? You are a bit too invested at this point. Like, do you need this much drama? This has 4.4 million views. And this is like 12... Okay, Google Doc. This guy had to use Google Doc. Why can't this guy type like him? Oh, because this guy is verified. This guy is not... Wait, what is this? That's not a verified, right? That's something else. Also, when you're verified, you can type an essay. Oh, I didn't know. So maybe I should get verified so I can type essay. Okay, so let's check the Google Docs. Some tools is... Okay. Ooh, what the heck? I see Tectong. Ooh, okay. Alright, there's screenshots, DM, okay. Wow, this is some serious oh wow. How long did it took to do this project? This takes 3 months to do, man. Wait, how do you have time to do dailies? This is a lot of words. Okay, let's go up. Let's go all the way to the top. Okay, let's one at a time, alright, one at a time. I'm verified, WTF. Wait, really? I have no idea. Forgot the essay is light novel. Okay, let's see then. Where did it all start? Where it all started? So it all started Atsu. So Atsu is this other guy, Asian guy stream, right? Okay, let's see. Atsu hates me, I don't know why. Atsu spreads hate of me to other content creators and industry professionals, I don't know why. Atsu used people to climb the social ladder while calling everyone who's not in his circle ladder climbers. Huh? It's coming after me and my friends in the open, and I'm tired of it. I just want to be left alone and not have my career tampered with. Okay, this is such a serious accusation, alright? Okay, let's see. I was subtweeted yesterday. I found out on stream from a viewer since I'm blocked and am not able to see his tweets about a grudge, which is absolutely crazy because I had let this blow over for a long time and I was really just letting it go. I haven't spoken to Atsu in over a year and I don't remember the last time I talked about Atsu, and I've never gone public about my experience either. Okay. I've kept quiet about this for a long time for a few reasons. Number one, I don't like stirring up drama. Okay. When something involves me, of course, I'm going to respond if it's a big misconception or something like that. But most of the time, I don't like to talk about drama. Watching other people's drama is fun. But ultimately, it's only fun if it's not really a big deal and both parties can walk away from it at the end of the day. This is not something that I think would go away quickly and not without repercussions for both me and Atsu. Okay, some serious stuff. You know this is some serious stuff. I'm scared of what will happen to me for coming out with this information. Bridges have been burned without my knowing due to things that Atsu has said about me. They are out of my control. I worried that I might just straight up wrong. Maybe I was wrong about all of it and it was just a huge coincidence. After yesterday, I'm 100% sure I was right. So what did this guy do to him, right? These are two Genshin content creators and maybe they were friends at one point. So what led to this essay, okay, recently? In this tweet longer, I'm going to compile all of the things that have happened to me as a result of Atsu and its influence over the Genshin Impact content space. I will not touch other creators' experiences as I don't believe it's in my right to tell their stories and I want to respect other victims' decisions by not going public. But I can confirm that there are others who had similar experiences showing patterns in this behavior. Ladder climbing, manipulation, weaponizing audiences, gatekeeping, and more. Bridges burned before I even knew they were open. Content creators warned about me that I had never ever spoken to or about. Hell, even Tech Tong was warned about me. Tech Tong was the guy who the entire Genshin community consistently rallies against, was warned about me. So this guy is a bad guy. So Tech Tong, somebody warned Tech Tong about this guy. Is it? About Braxophone. Huh. And yet he was the only one who made an actual effort to be my friend and get to know me. Wait, Tech Tong and this guy is a friend. So this guy is Tech Tong's friends. This guy and Tech Tong are both friends, okay? I understand that a lot of these scenarios may end up having vague details as I stated before. I want to tell my story without implicating anybody who doesn't want to be part of it. Okay, so far until this point, he haven't started with anything yet, other than saying that he and Tech Tong are both friends. So at least we get a context. So Tech Tong is a good friends with this guy. Maybe they know each other from Genshin, is it? I assume. Alright, so let's see how this goes. So here's my story, okay? When I first met Atsu, it was an anime New York con, is it? New York something. Cosplay, is it? November 2021, this is like 2 years ago, the year after I started making content on Genshin. He was kind to me, offered to take a picture. At this point, I struggled a lot with communication and social anxiety thanks to COVID isolation, compounding on my already sparse social skills. Around the time Genshin blew up, I transferred schools. Oh, he's still a kid back then, is it? He transferred schools. This guy's a Tech Tong lover? Everything was online. I wasn't used to actually talking to people. So my interactions with new people were pretty awkward. Nothing awful, just a lot of awkward small talk. I walked away from the interaction feeling pretty okay with it because Atsu made it feel normal. I thought we were good. Naturally, I asked for the photo, posted it on Twitter, and that was it. I thought we were on good terms. I don't think I spoke to him until Anime Expo 2022. In the time between the two conventions, he had held some collaborations with other creators, but I just assumed I was just too small to join. Because as a smaller content creator, I assume bigger creators wouldn't talk to you unless you had the numbers. Yeah, I can see why people would think that, right? And also why some of the bigger content creators, I think they just get reached out a lot, right? He seemed oddly avoidant at the convention itself, avoiding spaces I was at and eye contact. Okay. Alright. He seemed oddly avoidant. So he's sensing that Atsu doesn't like him, right? Huh. Eventually, I went to speak with him because I thought it was probably all in my head and I just want to make friends and get to know the people working in the space with me. So he just wanted to be friends with Atsu, alright? Social anxiety was still bad because as a YouTuber and introvert, I never leave my house. I mean, you can be friends with someone else, but was he the only one there? I feel like this is where I assume things for him got weird because I honestly still don't know what I did. Because there's this voice actor who's been a terror to other voice actors, and another voice VO friend told me that I should warn other content creators that he's been a creep and a terror to other people. So that's the topic I brought up. There's this voice actor who's been a terror to other voice actors, and another friend told me to warn other content creators. Oh, is this the there's one groomer, right? Genshin content creator groomer, is it? Who's the guy again? Tainari, is it? Is it Tainari? Wait, is it Tainari? I think it's Tainari. Tainari's voice actor back then. The drama is quite a while back. I don't know if you guys still remember. I think it's that one. That's what he's trying to talk about. Atsu badmouth, so can't make friends. Looking back, big yikes for a conversation. Oh, so he tried to bring this up as a conversation starter. So he tried to bring this up as a topic to talk to. I don't think you bring up. Yo, do you know that? Yo, what's up? Haven't seen you in the wild. Do you know that groomer, Genshin groomer? This guy groom little girls. Like, I don't think you use that to start a conversation with someone you never met before. If somebody come to me, I'm like, okay, sure. What groomer you wanna talk about? It's a bit weird, right? It's a bit weird. You don't use that as a with somebody that you don't know. You use that as a conversation. Okay. The way I saw it, I was just doing what I was told to do, as both Atsu and other creators regularly talk about Terror Creep VO. Won't elaborate because at this point the details are no longer mine to share. Okay, that's fine. Went to date little girls. The conversation was very short. We both went about our days, no issue. When there was an issue, however, was during one of the nights at AX party. I have no idea what it is. At this point, I become good friends with Jenny Yokobori. She invited me to go with her to meet some more of her friends. I was excited to go. I don't think she wants to be wrapped up in this at all, so I'm not gonna add her or anything, but you might see her in a couple of photos later. Essentially, the entire Atsu Genshin clique was there. Before I go on, I was completely unaware at this point. People were avoiding me. I thought it might be possible, but I'm also hyper aware of my social anxiety, and most people I've spoken to are just fine talking to me. Anyways, I tried to talk with the Genshin creator since that's the crowd I fit best with at the party, and most of them were fine talking with me. Atsu kept avoiding talking to me or being near me. I want to point out that Joshua and Dish were both incredibly kind and fun to talk to. I didn't feel judged or anything by them. I felt some weird tension with the others, but maybe I was just bad at reading things. At one point, everyone wanted to get a picture together, and I assumed I wasn't part of it. But Dish invited me to join them for photos. I look like an actual skinwalker in them, but here's the photo. You won't find this on the internet because as far as I know, no one used it. Maybe I'm wrong though. Okay, this is the photo that they use. I think somebody tweeted this. Let me see if I can find it. Apparently, this photo did cause some drama because somebody told me that photo as well. Let me see if I can find it. Because somebody have been saying, yeah, it's quite hard. Oh yeah, this one. I was looking at it as well. Difference between the picture Brax has and what Atsu posted last year. This is so effed up, Lemao. Why is it F up though? I don't understand. Who is coming to see us? Conquest is gonna be even bigger. I'm excited to see. Can't wait to visit Philippines again. So this is this photo. What's the difference? Let me see. The braid. Oh, this one has an anime girl, is it? That one has an anime girl. Edited out the photo, replaced with anime girl. Oh, this guy, is it? Is this Braxophone? Is this him? He got removed, is it? So he got replaced by a VTuber. Ah. So he hate him so much that he becomes a VTuber. Ah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, maybe he don't like him, right? But I think this is his Twitter. He can change the picture however he want. But still, it is a bit weird, right? That would be your guess. He took him out. Okay. Yeah, I can see that he got removed from for whatever reason. Right after taking this photo, Atsu brought everyone for a photo specifically without me in it. Okay. Okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting photos with your friends, but for someone who supposedly doesn't have an issue with me, it's very weird for them to take these photos without me and post the versions that exclude me instead. Yeah, I don't really know all of them. Got turned into anime schoolgirl. I think it's... This is not, how do I say this? This is not... This sucks, right? This sucks to get, to get pushed out from a group of friends. It sucks, but it does happen, right? It happens all the time. I'm not saying that it doesn't, I'm not saying that this is a good thing that it happens, but I'm sure you guys have experienced something similar when back then when you were in high school. I'm sure this is pretty common. You have seen this happen to someone else. This is not exactly uncommon. There are people like in a group that probably they don't like each other as much, right? When you have a group of friends, let's say like 6 or 7, there are some people that don't like each other as much. So this is not a rare thing to occur, right? It's something that's pretty natural with any human interaction. It's just going to happen when you are in a group of friends, right? I don't think this is something that is that crazy, right? There's some info missing. Yeah, let's read on more, okay? Now here's where I think maybe some of the hate towards me begin. I honestly don't know. There was a girl that I hadn't met who I know is VTuber Saki. Saki Fua. When I introduced myself and asked who she was earlier in the day at the convention, she told me I'm a nobody. The rest of the circle of Genshin creators did not elaborate or explain further, either at the con itself or at the party. I assumed she was just there as a friend or another creator who just wasn't interested in talking to me. Never at any point during that party was I told who she was. Now I know this is partially my fault, even with my lacking social skills that decayed further with COVID. None of my friends had ever needed me to give the okay to post group photos. I did not think to check with everyone in the photo that they would be okay with it going up on my account, and I uploaded it uncensored without a second thought. So for a brief couple of hours, Saki's face was on the internet, and I got few panic DMs asking me to take it down. I took it down as soon as I saw them because I wanted to respect her privacy. Okay, so she is a VTuber. This person, Saki, where is it? VTubers, you never post a VTuber's face. Okay? Guys, learn from this guy's mistake. Never post a VTuber's face. You know that person is a VTuber, they need to hide the face. VTuber needs to hide the face. The moment you show your face on the internet, you're no longer a VTuber. Okay, it's very, very important. So if you know somebody is a VTuber, you took photo with them, never show or expose the face. Okay, either she, him, they, them, okay? So that's probably, yeah. But to be fair, he didn't know. She got dogs. He didn't know that she's the VTuber, right? Because they are not acquainted, right? They are not acquainted. Okay. So for a brief couple of hours, Saki's face was on the internet. I took it down as soon as I saw them because I wanted to respect her privacy. I didn't even re-upload the photo so people wouldn't remember it and put things together. To this day, I'm still at a loss of how anyone could hold a grudge against me for that, considering that she never told me who she was or that she was a VTuber. But from the lens of you should have asked to post the photo first, I can understand the frustration. She didn't want to tell him? The VTuber didn't tell him, but at the same time, he didn't ask for permission. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who do you guys think is at fault? Should he have asked for permission? Because like that's a lot of people, right? I don't know. VTubers are so cringe. But that's okay. It was a one-time thing and it got fixed quickly. No big deal. Yeah, I can see both parties are at fault somewhat, but asking for permission, to post photo, yeah. But then you know it's a VTuber, right? I mean, he didn't know. He didn't know it's a VTuber. So yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a borderline. It's a mistake that isn't the worst. They took a group photo with an influencer. What do you think that will happen? For me, it's still an issue. Yeah, I mean, VTubers don't want to show their face, right? That's why they are a VTuber to begin with. What if the VTuber is a girl but it's a guy? It's a girl voice with a guy, you know what I mean? So and then now they got exposed. You don't want that to happen. That's basically my last real interaction with Atsu and that entire group. Here's what I learned that I was reading into things too much. I just asked him directly. Okay, so he went and just straight up asked Atsu. Okay, he just straight up asked Atsu. September 3, 2022. Hey dude, can we chat? What's up? I saw your post on the alt about normalizing not needing to be friends with everyone in the space, and I think that's fair. Nobody should feel like they need to be anyone's friends, and I think faking it can be pretty bad. I wanted to ask though, is there something I did? Maybe I'm just heavily misreading stuff, but I really sort of felt like you might be avoiding interacting with me. And if that's the case, I just want to know if there's something I did that you didn't. I wanted to ask, how do I read more? Is there something I did? Maybe I'm heavily misreading stuff. I sort of felt like you might be avoiding interacting with me, and if that's the case, I just want to know if there's something I did that you didn't like. I don't really think everyone needs to be friends. I would like to at least not be on bad terms with people though. Okay. So he go and message him. What is this? Is it on... Oh, this is Twitter, right? Twitter DM. Okay. I only want to remember, but is all the content creators that show your face still an issue? I don't consider to be on bad terms, but I do keep you at arm's length simply because I don't really know you that well, and I found it a bit uncomfortable how eager you came across in trying to be friend with me. It almost felt forceful. Okay. I don't think this is that rude to say this. He didn't say that he's on bad terms with him, but he also felt weird that maybe Brax was trying to be too... Again, we don't really know, right? We don't really know. We can only listen to what they say. We don't see how they interact. Maybe Brax is like very push and yo, I want to be friends with you, and like he felt a bit uncomfortable by that. I don't know, right? The liar lies as easily as he breathes. Wait, what? What do you mean? But yeah, trying to befriend me almost felt forceful post NYC, even post LA. Certain tweets and actions I saw over time continued to reaffirm to me that it was probably indeed in my best interest to keep you at arm's length. I would like to elaborate more. I can't say in good faith that I trust you to respect certain degrees of privacy and to keep things truly confidential. I don't think you're a bad person, but I also don't think I can really vibe with you on a friend level. So he said, you know, I don't trust you fully, but I don't think you're a bad person. I think that's fine, right? Thanks for the honesty. Pretty awkward, and I haven't gotten used to the parasocial stuff. Moving from knowing to people online to meeting them in person is not something I'm good at. I apologize for making you uncomfortable. I want to be at least be on good terms with everyone. And if it helps you feel better about our past interactions, I'm not trying to clout chase. That would be far from the best thing for me, my community, or you. I was just pretty excited to meet other content creators. I really enjoy being friends with most of the creators I know, and I think it would be super fun to be friends with a lot of creators I don't talk too much. But as I've said, I'm pretty awkward, so I get that I don't give off a good vibe. Anyways, thanks again for the honesty, and I respect the decision. So yeah, until this point, it doesn't seem that bad, right? I think this is like, it doesn't feel that bad. I feel like this one is this is fine for what it is. Normal opinion. Dude is creeping you out a little bit. Okay. So basically, I'm not on bad terms. I don't want to be friends with you. I can't tell you why, but because I don't trust you. Where did that come from? I do appreciate the honesty, but why can't you trust me? For the record, I don't think that it's weird to be like, I don't know you that well. And I can respect it if you don't like my vibe. Even though I'm a believer in giving people an honest chance rather than letting 5 minutes or less rushed public first impressions mean everything. But where did this trust thing come from? Oh, okay. The trust thing. It was just a strange response overall. At first, I only told my closest friend about it, who's not even involved in the Genshin space at all. But I didn't want to risk this getting out of hand. I was just confused as hell. Imagine you told me I don't want to do anything to you on the friend level, and then the Dr. Ratio follow-up hit you with I don't trust you to keep things confidential. What can you do? Either I keep it to myself or I just have to cope with the idea that one of the biggest influencers in the Genshin space doesn't trust me. And potentially the entire friend group by extension, or I do exactly what Atsu accuses me of by going to dumb clarification and break his confidentiality, Atsu implies with his DM, and prove myself to be an untrustworthy as he claims. It's a catch-22, there's no way out. If I tell another creator what happened so I can figure out why people don't trust me, I'm breaking that trust. First of all, this is a DM, right? I mean, I get that he needs to I'm not sure about people that leaks DMs as much, because like leaking DMs is like leaking DMs is also one of the things that you ideally shouldn't do. But I can see why he needs to do it to expose this guy, and he's trying to expose him. I get it, but he's still leaking DM. And ideally, you shouldn't leak DM, right? You should respect, because it's a DM. It's a or PM, private message, right? There's that level as well, right? But it's going to be, so far until this point, it's not that bad. I ended up making a vague tweet longer about burnout being perpetrated by not having many friends. COVID isolation hit me hard, and YouTube is an at-home job, so I felt really alone. It's also worth noting I was diagnosed with depression and medicated for a while. Okay, so he has depression. Okay, a few months later, at the time it was pretty bad. Josh DM just extending a hand and being kind as he was when we met at that party. He also mentioned he has stepped up to bat for me. I don't want to share our DMs out of respect for his privacy. I don't know who Josh is. Nice message to receive, but I thought it was also weird that he had to go up to bat for me. What did I do? Why was he having to go up to bat for me? What were people talking about that involved me at that point? What bat is this? Leaking DM isn't against TOS? It's not against TOS, but I can see why people wouldn't respect somebody that leaks DM, right? It is getting a bit complicated though. Eventually I said, F it. My mental health is more worth than that. I told my couple of close friends, every single one of them thought it was weird, but one of them told me that they had heard from someone else. They didn't want to name the one who told them not to trust me, that I couldn't be trusted. And so I asked my friends, and another friend told me the same thing, but they also didn't want to implicate who had warned them about me. Somebody is warning all their friends to not trust this guy, Braxophone, and who shall it be? Is it Tectong? Is it Atsu? Okay, let's see. We're gonna find out soon. Throughout all of the time, exclusive meetups, get-togethers, parties, and more would happen. Okay? From 2021 to now, they happen at every con. Con what? At random Hoyoverse events. Every time, I will be asked by a friend if I'm going to that party, that get-together, that dinner. And every time I would say, what? Because I was never invited. So I do some digging. Who is putting this together? Atsu or someone in that immediate circle? I found out that Atsu managed to talk Hoyoverse into sponsoring a shit ton of creators to go to events. I was told he took a pay cut for it, which is incredibly kind of him. But the idea that he can get Hoyoverse, a company that notoriously does whatever the F they want, whenever the F they want to do it, to sponsor more people is concerning to me. I'll return to this in a bit though. So Atsu is related to Hoyoverse. Okay. Okay. Huh. So what is this now? Naturally, I wondered why I was excluded. Did some more digging and found out that I was explicitly blacklisted from those events. Damn, so in the end he found out that he's blacklisted because those events were not small. They would say small get-together, but it would be every single effing Genshin content creator, also creators outside of Genshin. Almost every one of my friends in attendance of the event that precedes the party, dinner, whatever, would get an invite. And some of them were told specifically not to let me know they are happening. What the F did I do? Why couldn't anyone tell me why I was excluded from everything? So basically, he's getting left out. All his friends could go to this party, this Hoyoverse party, except for him. So he felt the FOMO. FOMO is real. Okay? Who did this FOMO to him? Huh? Who did this to him? Okay? So of course he's mad. Of course he's mad, right? He can't join. Everyone goes to party except for him. But nobody told him. Why can't he go? Okay? One time, when I found out about a party hosted by some Hoyoverse creators through a friend, that friend and the person that I invited got in trouble with the host. Why is it so deep? What reason do you have to try to keep it that much of a secret? What did I do? Why is it such a problem? If I even know about it. To be fair, I don't think this party was hosted by Atsu, but it was held by people close to him. It felt like he had painted a picture of me so foul that people I had never even met or interacted with would go out of their way to ensure they never ever crossed paths with me. Damn. So this guy is like, apparently like for no reason, people are like putting a bad impression on him. Huh. Yeah, this is still happening. I understand that I'm not part of Atsu's friend group, but if he or others is inviting every single one of my friends who he's spoken 3 sentences to ever, of course they're gonna go hang out with the cool kids that they don't get to talk to often and dancing around me. That means Atsu has apparently found or concocted some reason to distrust me so badly that he would rather invite complete strangers who he still didn't even try to get to know than me. Remember, at this point, we interacted a total of 3 times and none of them were conversations beyond 5 minutes. We interacted a total of 3 times and none of them were conversations beyond 5 minutes. So why would he invite you though if you have only interacted 3 times and 5 minutes conversation, right? So maybe the friends interacted more with Atsu? I don't know, like this is just my vibe, right? It's hard to say. But so it's all about FOMO. This drama started from FOMO. Okay. He's saying it's Atsu, but saying at the same time he doesn't know. He's extremely jealous. I mean, of course he's jealous. All his friends get to go to these cool Hoyoverse party events except for him. FOMO. Okay. Now let's combine this idea with Atsu manipulating Genshin sponsors or events. So now Atsu is manipulating. Okay? This also applies to some Hoyoverse events, because there have been multiple Genshin creator dinners, lunch, etc. And guess what? A couple of new people are invited at random. But the same core people are invited nearly every time, with very few exceptions. But listen to this. How strange is it that every single Hoyo event invites Atsu? Especially when he is not only not the top streamer or YouTuber in Genshin or the Hoyoverse space, but he's also not anywhere close to the cheapest large creator for them. After all, some large creators work for Hoyoverse for free. I've been asked to keep who confidential, so I will not be identifying them. For the record, I don't know what the talk of contracts is about, and I have never said anything like Atsu is choosing what creators are being put on a contract. Okay? So Atsu is getting all of this invite to Hoyoverse. Does Atsu know someone from Hoyoverse? Is Atsu's dad working in Hoyoverse? So what is happening? Without context, this guy sounds bad. Someone told Hoyoverse to blacklist him. Okay? There was a Hoyoverse lunch dinner at Anime New NYC 1 year that I was excluded from. And to be honest, it didn't even bother me much, since it's just food and hanging out with people. I can do that on my own. But what's so effing weird is that people called it Atsu's birthday party, and there were photos with Zhongli birthday cake and everything. Was it really a Hoyoverse event, or did a Hoyoverse staff member wanted to celebrate Atsu's birthday on Hoyo's dime? If so, that would make sense why I wasn't invited. But to be fair, there were some creators I don't think Atsu was friends with. So this is just speculation on my part, and it was really a Hoyoverse get together. Either way, this is just way too seg into something else I want to talk about, which is Atsu's very close friendship with Hoyoverse staff member. Okay, so at this point, Atsu has not invited him to at least 3 to 5 parties. He's FOMO, okay? His friends are invited but not him. So can you guys think for a second, if all your friends are invited to a party except for you, are you going to be mad or not? FOMO, right? Of course you're going to be mad, right? FOMO. This is childish. It's not childish, okay? What? Dude, imagine not going to party. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Party is important, alright? Party is the most important thing. Why would you not want to go to party? If somebody don't invite you to party, of course you're gonna write an essay, right? Okay, let's read. Okay, so far up to this point, he didn't get invited to at least 5 parties. 5 or 6 parties already. I'm not going to name drop them, and to be clear, I don't think it's a bad thing to be friends with Hoyoverse staff, okay? But because Atsu is friends with them, they want to do things to help Atsu. They are friends, and somehow any event Atsu is invited to, sponsor or not, I'm specifically left out. If there's a rotation of creators being invited, guide creators, lore creators, people just want to vibe. They've all been gone through, and it hasn't gotten to me yet. So he has been missing out on at least 6 parties at this point, right? And I know that Atsu invited specific Hoyoverse staff to those events and parties that he's hosted or helped coordinate, because I also had friends who would attend. Remember, his friends is attending, guys. Guys, remember, his friends is attending, but not him. So this is how this drama starts, okay? And those friends let me in on some interesting things, okay? I'm not going to drop any names in relation to this because I don't want to implicate or share their stories before they are ready to come out themselves. At one of the parties, a specific content creator that he may or may not want to protect caused a lot of trouble for both Atsu and some of the girls at the party. To be clear, this event was not Hoyoverse official or sponsored. Everyone is being told to shut the F up about it and not talk about what happened. Maybe that's what Atsu meant when he said I couldn't keep things confidential. That I couldn't keep secrets about harassment, peer pressure and more. But what do I know? I wasn't there. I just heard the same story from 2 different people who were there. And those stories also align with other things I've been told by people who were flown out to see the same creator. So some creators is harassing some girls at the party, is it? Why does Atsu not have a problem with it? Maybe Atsu does, but he wouldn't want it to come out, because this later that would implicate him as someone who let it slide. So Atsu tried to shut down some sexual harassment at the girls at the party, is it? And Atsu said, don't tell anyone. Do not keep it a secret. Keep it a secret, nobody will know. But this guy came out and told people, I assume. I think that's what makes me so angry about everything. Atsu constantly goes on about wanting to protect his friends, but ultimately is to protect his own ass. It aligns well with how he became a popular creator. Let's talk about his history. Okay? At this point, I prefer to believe Atsu. Damn, really? Okay. Back when Atsu was a smaller creator, smaller than me, he exploded after 2 controversies. Okay, the first one is Zhongli fiasco, with him being the only creator to say that Zhongli was fine, pre-buff. And the second is the tag goose incident. I won't deny that Atsu worked hard to get where he is, but not without a long ladder to climb. And I have a theory about this I'll get into a minute. Okay, he's gonna debunk Atsu here. Atsu is getting dissected. We shall see every single thing of what he's gonna say about Atsu. If you watch Atsu's streams or interact with his social media, he often talks about wanting to get creators together to collab. Collab creators. But what he seems to mean by that is, if you are a bigger streamer than me, in my immediate friend circle, or specifically a woman, I would love to game with you. So it needs to be someone that's bigger, someone that's a friend circle, and someone that's a woman. Okay. So if you're a dude, out. Don't even think about collabing if you're a dude, alright? No dudes. There are so many talented, unproblematic, and underappreciated creators who are genuinely just fantastic people who have reached out. And the same day, Atsu will go stream and complain about ladder climbers and people vouching for them. Ladder climbers. Doesn't he have a wife? I'm not sure actually. God forbid anyone who's not bigger creator than Atsu wants to feel like a part of the creator community in Genshin Impact. The gatekeeping is insane. The irony in this is that Atsu himself climbed the creator ladder, taking advantage of the fact that many of the creators in Genshin are young and blew up from that game specifically. Many of the biggest creators had no effing idea what they were supposed to do, but how convenient that Grandpa Atsu is there to help them though, or through it. He knows exactly what to do. Be friends with him, collab with him, let him handle the sponsors, he'll get you flown out to Hoyoverse events. And I've proved that he used these people to boost his own viewership, because before the Tectong drama and him becoming a close with creators bigger than him, his CCV was lower. Here's his channel pic from a while back after Tecton drama, but I'm making a different point here. Okay, what am I looking at? Am I looking at the views? 53k, 96k. Okay, he get 100k about average, I guess, right? Atsu's viewership fluctuates between 60k and 200k depending on the relevance of the characters. But look what happens when he collabs with creators bigger than him. Not counting non-Genshin, since those will perform worse. Okay, this one get 1.1 million. Genshin Games. Okay, this one get 1.4 million. Lily Pichu Genshin Impact Pure Chaos. Dude, this is a 56 minutes video. Okay, maybe just the video length. I'm not sure. He's looking at the views, I guess. He's trying to compare the views. So this one the views get more because he collab with other content creators. This one the views get less because he doesn't collab. I mean, yeah, sure, I can see that. Tectong has been the good guy all this while. What? It seems cherry-picked, and to be fair, I searched by most popular and picked some videos out. But isn't that crazy that putting other more popular creators on your thumbnail drives more clicks? If Atsu were to try and collab with other creators often, it would make sense that he would grow in the content creator space. It makes sense why Atsu would exclude creators smaller than him then, because they are not worth his time. They won't drive more clicks. There are rare exceptions, but more often than not, if you're not bigger than him, he doesn't want anything to do with you. It's like he's projecting, and when he tells off other creators for being ladder climbers, it's because he doesn't want someone else to get away with what he got away with. Atsu has been manipulating creators and the community for a long time. He has been abusing the ladder climbing, and he doesn't want anyone else to do that. Whether or not friendships are genuine doesn't matter. The point I'm making is that they started for his personal gain. As long as they are around, he can't fall off until they fall off. He will also be under every single post from offline TV, massive YouTube creators, and streamers acting like they've been long-time friends to try and get attention from them. All the creators I watch on YouTube and follow on Twitter because I like their content, he'd be trying so damn hard to get their attention. He's the biggest ladder climber in the entire Genshin community, and with all this talk about protecting his friends from ladder climbers, it's clear he's worried about becoming irrelevant because someone did the same thing as him. And who is that? Who did the same thing as him? And I think, to me, the strangest thing about this is that any successful content creator knows that just because one person becomes popular doesn't mean another loses popularity. Multiple popular figures can coexist, not drag each other's views. This incredibly strange fear of people climbing the ladder can ultimately only come from insecurity about oneself and their content. There's nothing wrong with being insecure. It takes an incredibly strong mental to make content full-time. Trust me, I know from experience what happens when the mental isn't there. But as Atsu is an experienced creator, he should know there is literally nothing bad that can come of somebody else sharing viewership in the space. So unless he genuinely believes he will become less relevant because someone else became popular, he's without a shadow of a doubt projecting. Anyways, Atsu has manipulated many creators in the space into trusting him and sticking around. And maybe they are all friends now, who knows? But what I do know is that whatever Atsu says goes. I felt Jake had a similar sentiment to Atsu about me, so I just asked him straight up, and you know what his response was? I don't really have any problems with you personally, but you know Atsu. Okay, a majority of the creators that have problem with me have never ever spoken to me, or tried to get to know me, or anything like that. They just take Atsu's word as fact, and you can even see it in the tweet he made. He subtweeted me saying I'm manipulating Tectong, like I'm some big bad guy. Okay, this is a long tweet. Okay, this is long. We gotta. Okay, so far at this point, this is a long essay. This is the longest essay I've ever read in my life. From this point onwards, okay, let's recap a little bit. Atsu didn't invite him to parties. At least 5 parties. And he's noticed Atsu is trying to gatekeep. But it has nothing to do with him. Okay? What else? Okay, let's read this. P.S. If you're reading this Tectong and your source for some of these claims you are making happens to be a guide maker that bears a personal grudge against me, please beware, you're likely being manipulated. Maybe it's not who I think it is, but I'm certain you know who I'm referring to. Stay vigilant. My Discord DMs are still open if you ever wish for a private discussion. I'm not gonna read the entire thing, man. I thought it was unfair that Tecton and Doro, amongst others, got absolutely blasted by Twitter following Xionix's tweet. It was unprovoked, and I think it's bad if we act like people can't have their opinions, whether overly positive or overly negative, especially when they are not enforcing it on you. Having said that, the way Tecton has reacted to this by diverging the conversation, name-dropping, throwing shots, and spreading misinformation about content creators, including myself and parts of the community he's bitter towards, just comes across as extremely insecure. Okay. Am I skipping essay? I'm trying to read. It's clear to most that he's just milking content and viewership while parading himself to be some sort of noble advocate to change. This is a narrative he wants, and naturally his fans are going to eat it up. There's really not much you can do about that. It would be amazing if he could take his own attitude of assuming the worst of others and apply it to himself, because from the looks of it, he loathes the game and community, and he always looked miserable when referencing Genshin. So why do we find him repeatedly inserting himself in Genshin related things? Almost 20 drama related videos in the past week is astounding levels of obsession, especially for something that doesn't bring you joy. People will point to it and say he's making money from all this, and you're not wrong. It is definitely helping to pay the bills, but Tectong is a large content creator. He does not need this drama to pay the bills. Why not? Okay. I accidentally skipped. Oh shoot. In my experience, when I used to be friends with Tectong, he wanted to be loved and respected by his peers. Deep down, I don't think his intentions are in the wrong place. But my god, the way he goes about things, completely awful and obnoxious. Many of you know he and I had a very public falling out because he did not like what I had to say to him about walking towards self-destruction, but repeatedly getting involved with drama and surrounding himself with yes men. For him, he thought this comment was about self-destruction was about clout. I remember him bragging about getting into OTK as a rebuttal to my statement. But it was more so about his emotional and mental well-being, because every drama would just make him and others so miserable. Sometimes the drama was unprovoked and people would target him, but most times it was self-inflicted. Okay. Conclusion, they are both horrible people. So in reality, the manipulation is coming from Atsu telling Tectong to DM him instead so he can clear things up. And by that, I mean tell him not to believe me. He spun this awful narrative about me for a long time, and I still don't know what the F any of it is about, or what have I done wrong. The worst part about all of this is that I didn't want to say anything because the narrative I can't be trusted will be proven correct. Because for some reason, in the content creation space, it's better to never express any problems at all and just talk shit behind people's backs. Backstabbers. Some creators would rather have a clean slate from telling people to shut up rather than just not cause harm in the first place. Atsu has been one of those people in me. He will do anything to not look bad. It's why every take he has is the middle ground. This is really bad, but I also understand why it's not bad and it's really nuanced. By appealing to more people, you get more people to like you. Atsu likes to play it safe. He wants to appeal to the most general people. His tweet at Tectong is his way of trying to make all of my claims look false. Okay. Maybe just talk in real life? You think they should talk in real life? No, I don't think they should talk in real life. They're doing this for the drama, remember? I was afraid to speak up about anything. And truthfully, I still am. I know for a fact I'm going to be harassed like the last person he mistreated, who almost took their own life by the end of it due to continuous community bullying. Ultimately, my mental has been in the gutter for a while due to all of this. My friends can tell you how bad this whole thing has hurt me, but I was ready to take it to the grave because I was that afraid to have all of the community and creators turn their backs on me. And there are going to be people, even beyond the Genshin community, that will never speak with me or give me a chance because of whatever false narrative Atsu has been spinning behind the scenes. Bridges I never knew existed are already burned. All because the biggest ladder climber in Genshin called me a ladder climber. I make good content. I don't need to befriend you in order to succeed. I just wanted to make friends in general. People I could relate to who were playing the game. That is content creation. I mean, just find another friends, right? Why need to be friends with Atsu? This is childish. It's not childish, okay? It's not childish. Atsu didn't invite him to parties. It's not childish. Can you imagine not being invited to parties? I can't, because I don't have any friends. But if I have friends, I would be able to imagine that. It would suck that every single one of my friends got invited to parties. Okay? So you need to try to look from their perspective. I won't be able to look from their perspective because I don't have friends. So there's that. Okay, what else? The timing feels too coincidental to be an accident too. Okay? I have been driven out of so many content creator spaces online due to his warnings to others. For once, I feel as though I found a group of peers who trust me and treat me like an equal, and who would support me if I needed them. And now Atsu is attacking them too, attempting to warn them about me as well. Why can't I exist outside of his sphere? Am I not allowed to have any friends at all? See? Friends is very important, guys. Guys, friends is very important. This guy needs to have friends, and he needs to be able to be invited to parties. You guys need to understand, alright? Parties are important. It's not female, okay? I just want to know what it is that I've done wrong. Through every step of my ostracization? I've never heard of that word before. I've never once been told what it is I've done to harm or wrong anyone outside of posting a picture with a stranger in it. Is that it? Is that what I did that so badly destroys his opinion of me? To the point where I now feel I'm unwelcome in nearly every Hoyoverse creator space and parties? If not, what? What did I do? How am I supposed to change, to grow, or to apologize properly? If I don't know what I did, how am I supposed to know to be better? Or am I not allowed to do better because Atsu just doesn't want me around? I have tried multiple times to open a dialogue with Atsu. He's ultimately inaccessible to me, and he has blocked me on social media and doesn't have DMs open on Discord. I tried to talk with him in person, but he generally avoids being anywhere near me. When I spoke to Jake, who is Jake by the way? I only know there's another guy involved at Gamescom Germany last year to see if he knew where Atsu was. Jake said, and I quote, "I know for a fact he does not want to talk to you." I also asked a Hoyoverse staff that I know has worked with both of us in the past if they could connect us in some way to figure out what the actual issue was and maybe at least fix this he said, she said disaster. But they were unsuccessful in opening a dialogue and ended up ghosting me for a few months because they were unsatisfied with outcome while trying to find other ways to solve things. He has avoided me since the start, hated me since I told my friends about his strange distrust, talked shit about me to all his friends as the ringleader, destroyed potential for me to meet and befriend others in the space, and has been unwilling to try and resolve things. But you know what he is open to doing? Trying to convince the new friends that I have that I'm a bad person. This all started as me trying to make friends and ended up with me literally having to leave Genshin to find some. I would have never said a word about it again if Atsu hadn't brought it up again. I genuinely can't believe he thinks that I'm that evil, scheming to destroy the Genshin community and its creators via Tectong. Absolute insanity. You have already destroyed my mental health and relationships with plenty of people. I haven't talked about this with anyone in months. Leave me alone. Wow. Wow. What do you guys think of this drama? Damn. Atsu and Braxophone. This is a very long essay. Oh, I can't believe I read the entire thing. I can't I can't believe I read. So let me try and understand. Atsu doesn't like him, and Atsu has been talking bad about him to his friends, is it? Atsu has been saying this Braxophone is an evil guy. Don't be friends with him. So this guy don't have friends now. All because of Atsu. So Atsu has been telling everyone to not be friends with this guy, is it? Is that true? Atsu done also at Sekepoku. I have no idea who that is. I can't believe I heard the entire thing. So why does Atsu hate him so much? Why does Atsu hate him so much? My guess is this. When they first met, when Atsu and Braxophone first met, Braxophone doesn't know how to start up a conversation. So Braxophone went and used this as a conversation starter. Braxophone talked about Genshin content creator, voice actor that has been grooming children. And this groomer is a creep and a terror to other people. So he go and talk to Atsu about this to start up conversation. Yo man, yo, what's up? Yo, have you heard of that Genshin guy grooming children, grooming little girls? He talked to like little girls. Yeah. Yo, what do you think about that? Huh? So he used this as a conversation starter. So from this moment onwards, Atsu thinks very negative of him. Because he talked about this groomer thing to start as a subject. I think that's why. If somebody come to me and the first thing they talk to me, yo, you heard about that groomer? Yo, that groomer, man. Yo, what do you think about? I'll be like, oh, what you talk about? First impression is important. First impression, alright? Can you talk about Nahida, talk about Chichi, anything, alright? You don't talk about groomer stuff, alright? terrible. I think that's why. That's my theory. That's my theory after reading this entire 6,000 words essay. There could be some other things. Trying to keep people safe, very good impression for sure. He thought he could be calling him also a groomer. No, he's trying to... I don't know, man. He's just using that as a conversation starter, I guess. Not a reason to blacklist him though. Yeah, but I can see why that's weird or that's awkward, I guess. I don't know. It's just my read. Yeah, it's just my read. But is it that big of a deal, right? If Atsu doesn't want to be friends with him? I think this part is like not that big of a deal, right? Atsu doesn't like him, okay. Like it's not that big of a... I mean, it's a big deal to him for sure, I get it. But it's like, it's not like a bad thing to do because it's like you are allowed to choose who you want to be friends with, and everyone can have their rights to choose who they want to be friends with, right? But what Atsu shouldn't have done is about spreading like false things about him to other content creators. And this is something that I think Atsu shouldn't have done. But I don't think there's proof of this for now, right? It's just, is there any proof of this though? Like other than this essay, right? I don't know. I don't know if there's proof of this. This one, okay, this one is bad, right? You shouldn't do this for sure, right? Also prevented him from Genshin events and collabs. Yeah, that's the bad thing. The part where he doesn't want to be friend is like, is whatever. But the rest is can be pretty bad for sure. Sometimes you just don't like someone. The proof is that his friends told him Atsu told them to stay away from him basically. Yeah, but there's no screenshots, right? There's just like, there's no it's just he said she said kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe it could be miscommunication and stuff. The VTuber is Atsu's wife. Wait, really? I have no idea. The false thing might have been about the dude talking about groomers. No screenshot. I always believe source. Trust me, bro. Though. No screenshot. And also, I don't understand this part about how did Tecton got brought into this. This one is, so apparently, how did Atsu? I don't get how did Atsu accuse him of controlling Tecton? Is it? Because I don't see that actually. I don't really see that part. He's trying to hit on the wife. It happened to Tecton too. There's a clip also of Seka, Poco, and Atsu. Damn, so much of this. Guys, this is a very long essay, alright? I gotta take a breather. Anyone has popcorn to share?